Well, I guess that's a little. I guess I should put my thingy down a little bit more. Uh, looks like actually, if I can, wonder if that's the thingy right there. Let me check. See if I can't. Just could just be the smoke. Could just be the smoke in the air. I don't know. Uh, I don't know. Well, YouTube has I guess went ahead and activated my live to be able to go on the regular camera thingy. So I want to use this opportunity since I just got back from the store to talk about salt nicotine and freebase nicotine, the differences between them from what I've am finding, and the big fad that's been going on. Now I ended up getting one of these Soren drops uh, from a local head shop down the road. And I like it. I'm happy with the device. I do have to charge it a little bit more than I'd like to, but with having such a like a really thin, small pocket device and stuff, I guess I wasn't expecting the battery to last too long on it. Holds 2 milliliters of e fluid. Now, when I had got this, and when I pulled this out at other vape shops and tobacco shops, and was asking about the salt nick, a lot of places didn't have it, which I wasn't really understanding. Turns out it's a new fad. It's supposedly releases the nicotine into your bloodstream faster. It's not supposed to be as harsh on your throat, and all that. Well, you can't that feeling you get when you're smoking, and that not the burn, but that just that and that feeling of getting a hit of something. I wasn't getting that with this. I wasn't, unless I was like really hitting it hard. But it with the thinness almost of it is, and you can see how clear it is compared to regular other e-liquids and shit. This is missing in a 30 milligram bottle, uh, because it's concentrate. I suppose I'm moving the decimal over one. They're trying to tell me math and this and that is going on. Well, as I was anyway, when I was bringing this into shops, everyone's like, "No, you have to use the salt nick for that." Um, it delivers the nicotine faster, and you have to get that. Well, everyone's pushing it because it's a fad. That's what I found out today. Because I decided not to tell the next person I went to at the tobacco shop what kind of machine I had, that I was just needing some nicotine juice. And what's the percent, what's the milligrams on those? And he was like, well, it's 2.5 and 3 and 1 and and this and that. And he's like, and I was like, well, why is the salt nicotine 25 and this is only 1 or 2? And they were like, well, it's because the nicotine concentrate's is more concentrated, hits you faster. Well, as I was looking after I left, when this guy saying that my my vape was 2.4, I was like, well, I'll just try the 2.4 then. And as I was looking at the bottle, it says strength 24. Right, it's right there in that flame thing. 24 milligrams of 24 milligrams of nicotine per milliliter. So, and this also is the 24. It's just 25 milligrams per 30 milliliter. So this seems to be, and I'll tell you right now, with the hit, you can feel it. It's not harsh though. It's not hard. It's nothing like a cigarette at all. Nowhere near the harshness of a cigarette. But yeah, everyone's telling me I can only use salt nick in this. So I don't know why I didn't do this before. I ended up just going to the Soren website, this company's website, and looking at the description of this machine right here to see exactly what it was capable of. And it says that you can use regular salt nick or your favorite Freebase nicotine fluid. Now, that's what I end up getting today. And this, okay, this is $20 a bottle. Okay, to 25. I got it for 20 at the place I got, which is a bit cheaper than about same price, if not sometimes maybe a little bit cheaper than what they're selling it online. But I was also finding the salt nick and stuff, it burns quickly. You go through a whole lot more of it than you do the regular Freebase, which is and this stuff right here has what is it? Benzoic acid. It uses it's nicotine and benzoic acid is what's in your salt nick. Your regular e-fluids and stuff usually contain your vegetable glycol, like vegetable oil, and propylene glycol, or vegetable glycerin and propylene glycol. So types of and all this stuff, which honestly, it just sounds healthier than benzoic acid. And it's burning slower. Same amounts of kind of hits and everything, and unlike the salt nick, like I can take the salt nick in and inhale it and hold it for like 5 seconds or so and exhale it. I get a little bit of a head rush, that nicotine hit or whatever. But this, do the same thing with this, and I'm getting a bigger head rush. Like I said, they were all the regular Freebase is harsh, and not with this machine. It's not. It's really fucking smooth. And I ended up getting just the regular tobacco flavored scented thing because I guess with the Freebases, higher you get the higher concentrate level on the regulars and menthols than you do on the flavors. The flavors go down to like quote 1.5 and 1, which is actually 15 milligrams to 10 milligrams. They make it try to seem like a whole lot less, so you'll actually buy the salt nick. It's a wonderful ploy. It's a wonderful ploy for people, I guess, to push out this new product, which only 2 or 3 companies actually are doing this, and there's bunches of companies doing this. So, for the $5 that I paid, and that's all this 1.2, 1.5, or 10 or 12, not 1, 12. Yeah, that's what it is. It's 12. 12 milliliter bottle of this vapor. It was vapor blend. Was like $5.50, $5.60 after tax. That's not a lot, and especially how thick it is and how long this is going to last. Max, they're going to spend $5 for like a week or more's worth of smoking, compared to 10 or more with the cartridges, these Views Vibe cartridges, which I got a bunch of these stacked up because I ain't throwing them away because I have found a way to refill these. They're good for like 1 or 2 refills before the coils start burning out on them. You start getting that weird flavor. But yeah, it's usually like $10 for 2 of these, and one of these usually lasts me like 3 or 4 days. If even 2-3 days, probably. Yeah, and this thing I've had for over a week, so it's about 2 weeks, a week or 2 for this. 2 weeks, yeah, going up on 2 weeks. I'll probably go 2 weeks after this empties out before then. And yeah, so I'm kind of almost looking at this to last me a good week or 2. So if I can get this to last a good week or 2 on $5, then that's even cheaper than the roll your owns that I was doing, because I was rolling. You get a big old bag of tobacco for like $10 to $12. carton of tubes for like $2. You roll them yourself. You get you get 2 cartons out of that. That's like what, 10. Let's see, 12, 15, about $6 or $7 a carton, maybe a little bit more after you put in the time and the effort and the labor of doing them. But yeah, so I'm doing it, and it's fine, honestly, with Freebase, if it's, especially if it's going to be easier to find the lowered amounts, like through the flavors and shit. Honestly, I was getting tired of the lemony flavor of the blue raspberry lemonade. I just needed something regular, and this was more than I expected. Honestly, it has that, those really fancy cigar shops, like those really, just when you, or one of them old school Native American uh shop things, that smell of the tobacco and the leather and that overall really outwoods, outwoods store, tobacco store smell. If any of you guys have been to one of them stores, they're just the really prominent, just extravagant, vanilla, smooth, leathery tobacco, and not cigarette tobacco, but like, the chewing tobacco and the tobacco sticks and, fresh tobacco leaves and, the nice aroma of that and the taste, the taste how it smells, of course. And I definitely miss that hit feeling. That was almost gonna drive me to wanting to get another cigarette, even though I think this is like day 9. Yeah, I think day 9 or day. Yeah, I would say day 9. I'm going to skip ahead of day 10 because I don't. Uh, I'm almost sure it's not quite that yet, but my days have been off a little bit. So we'll just say day 9 without any cigarettes. No cigarettes in the morning, no cigarettes at night, no cigarettes at all. A cigarette has not touched my lips. I've not used a lighter to light a cigarette in 9 days. They say once you go past 30, I mean, that's just for the quitting period of the nicotine. But with this, like I said, I'm hoping to, drop down the nicotine levels and stuff, get down to like 0, and then just, wean off the feeling, wean off the action, of, you know what I mean? That's one of the big things about really quitting an addiction. It's not so much the chemical, but everything with it, like, getting off of the cigarettes to just do the straight, nicotine juice. I've already feel cleaner without having all that extra gunk, that all those extra like 50, 80, 90 chemicals that are in cigarettes besides nicotine. Those are detoxing out of my system. So yeah, after I figure maybe with that, it'll just whatever. Because honestly, there could be a lot of shit you're addicted to just in all those other chemicals, not just the nicotine. So kind of detoxing yourself from that, I found. I mean, at first it was kind of hard, but as I guess, detoxing from all those extra chemicals, I'm finding it easier and easier and smoking less. So yeah, I guess the next step is just to start drop after I get done with these. Drop down or buy another bottle that is drop down and kind of, alternate, and then just go back down to the drop down. And I don't want to push myself. What I'd like to do is get this cut down, bi-weekly, like one of these a week, like go from 24 to 20 to 10, and like within a couple months period, be down to 0. But I hate to push myself and end up maybe breaking myself. So I think what I'll end up doing is maybe getting one of these every couple weeks, but not one of these, but like the 30 milliliter bottles of them, and go do just a 30 milliliter bottle. Drop down each one of those each time. I'm already feeling less. I mean, just with the vaping in general, I'm already less tired, less hurting. My back hasn't been hurting as much. My legs haven't been hurting as much. I haven't been getting any morning nausea like I used to. I'm still here and there, but not nearly as bad. Haven't had any issues with acid reflux either, and I used to have that quite a bit. Not getting that anymore. So, as far as people wondering, well, is vaping less safe than cigarettes? No, I don't think so. I feel a shitload better. I'm not hacking and coughing. I don't have 90 something extra chemicals going into my system that I'm not wanting. So, how can it be more harmful? I'm not understanding. But yeah, I don't get it. It's absolutely fine to me, honestly. Like, how can something with less stuff in it be worse for you? And ponder that question for a minute. But as far as people telling you, oh, you have to do the salt nicotine, or do you do Freebase nicotine? I'll tell you just from my experience right now, um, this Freebase nicotine is actually giving me more of a nicotine high than the salt nic, which is supposed to be better. I'm finding the Freebase is actually better than the salt nic. I'm not. I mean, it's fine. It's fine. It's just with the price being as high as it is, and them trying to push it as much as it is, and them not really knowing a whole lot about what it is yet. Yeah, don't worry about making the switch unless you're really having problems with your e-juice or something. I wouldn't. I honestly wouldn't. But then again, I mean, try it if you feel like you want to try it out. I mean, go ahead. I mean, I'm not telling you not to try it, but just out of the fucking hour or so that I've been hitting on this, the Freebase e-juice and stuff, it's almost like, no, I wouldn't say it's like night and day. It's more like dusk and night. The the salt nick would be the dusk and, well, I guess the amounts of darkness being good. I don't know. Pick one. This one's better. whichever direction and stuff you want to go. I like this better. As far as the hit, the feeling, which is not harsh. It's no way near the feeling of a cigarette, but it's better than that. I can actually feel like I'm inhaling something. So yeah, it's a good. This little thing is a good investment. I am probably going to end up getting me a smock of some sort, bigger mod kit. But yeah, if you go pick up one of these, and I think you can actually get them from the Soren website for like $30. I think that's what I paid for mine, but it was supposed to be initially 39, and I was supposed to be getting the fluid and shit thrown in for free, but yeah, the guy didn't understand quite the deal I was supposed to be getting. I'm not gonna badmouth anybody that's working at any of those places, but yeah. Wait, is this even picking up my audio at all? I don't even see this. I don't even see this thing moving at all. That's weird. Maybe I need to turn it up. maybe I'll end this and just redo it. Maybe nothing actually was recorded.